Listen!
Helm? Yandere Simulator. You probably heard of him many years ago when it first gained its popularity with the help of YouTubers who were initially going to the cool concept of the game. It was like a mixture of the Hitman and stereotypical anime tropes such as the Dere series. From Tsundere to Yandere to Kudere to Dandere to Dere to Kamidere, there's a lot of Deres, to Hime-dere. This game has a lot of deres and popular anime tropes. Okay, moving on. This game, if you can already guess, is specifically about the yandere trope. A type of person who is canonically love-struck by someone so much that they are overly obsessive and stalkerish towards that person. This type of person is often violent towards anyone who comes close to their obsession, even if that anyone was their obsession's sibling or something. This popular trope is often used in media heavily by the anime community and such. Yandere Simulator has you play as a yandere girl who couldn't feel emotion until she bumped into an average-looking upperclassman named Taro Yamada. This boy, for some reason, has the riz of a literal god, because why the hell is there like a variety of 10 other girls, who are your in-game rivals by the way, crushing on him all at once every single week? I mean, come on, all this guy does is read books on a fountain, and when he thinks he's dunked an empty can behind his back into the trash can like he's LeBron James.
I don't give a fuck. It's not me and you. You say your wife's name one more time, I'm gonna delete all that motherfucking money that I sent your motherfucking ass. I'm gonna call my mother.
Anyways, Taro's just a normal guy whose favorite color is probably gray or something. I don't know, I'm a goddamn hater.
Hater alert!
So naturally, people will want to change his appearance to fit their ideal standards of someone to fictionally excommunicate contact with other people in the game. Too bad that's his official design though, so it doesn't matter what you change about him. He'll always be a generic anime harem character who suspiciously looks like a yassified version of the game developer. But we're not gonna get into that, guy. Yandere Simulator has many characters that play a significant role in the unfinished storyline. Some worse than most,
nasty bitch,
and others that are crucial to the story, such as, of course, the main character, Ayano Aishi, her family, Taro Yamada, Psycho family, and Fo-chan.
More on that later.
Overall, all of Yan Sim's characters have at least one role in the story to be eventually tied together in a nice pretty bow. And 100 years from now. In this video, I'll be gathering up my writing skills and character design knowledge and doing a complete recreation of the Yandere Simulator series. And maybe take these characters to the next level where their personalities aren't all one-note stereotypes, and instead, I will be developing these characters to be more than their dere type. These are just my silly little designs and rewrites. I'm not saying that my ideas are better in any way. This is just something I would have done with these characters, and having to also work with anime tropes that are crucial to the characters as a person. If you do not like any of these upcoming ideas and designs, that is perfectly fine. There are 1,000 of other awesome recreations of the same very characters, and you can always pick what you like the most. No hard feelings. Let me know down in the comments what you want to add to my idea or give out your own changes of the game. I will be excited to read all of them. And without further ado, hi, my name is Lynx, and welcome to the first episode of my Yandere Simulator Reimagined series. Let's go!
let's go.
So before I show you my rewrites and designs of the 3 characters, Ayano, Taro, and Info-chan, I wanted to give you guys my critiques of Yandere Simulator's story, and the thing that I wanted to keep for the reimagination. First, I'll give you my critiques. And there are a lot, mind you. 1. It is very unfinished. Even after so many years of shitty coding and even more shittier behaviors, I can only pick up the little information that I can grasp. And it's not much. A big example is the many tapes found around the game or just the 1980 mode itself, but we'll talk more about that later. Second, there is too much unnecessary, unrealistic information such as the Aishi ancestry, having an involvement with a magical demon that cursed her family with a hollow shell of a personality until they found their true love by stalking the f*** out of them. Personally, I believe this is just a crappy excuse to make Ayano be the way that she is, and I don't like that storyline whatsoever. Speaking of Ayano and her blank slate of a personality, Ayano doesn't really give off yandere. She gives off more of a kudere, but with murderous tendencies. This game is called Yandere Simulator for a reason. Yanderes are known for being and looking unsuspecting, and while still having an off look to them, something in their eyes, something menacing, something that lets you know that bitches be bonkers. Ayano is just too bland and too gray for anyone to really find her unsuspecting. Another thing that I cannot stress it enough, I truly hate about this game. This game really does feel like a fetish game. From the panty shot mechanic to the literal two predators preying on Taro Yamada, who is a high schooler by the way. Dude, the fact that those two, and even a potential incestuous relationship with Taro Yamada and his little sister, is even set to be a possibility for the future of the game is incredibly weird. I also hate the fact that to excuse most controversial topics in Yandere Simulator, which is basically everything in that game, Yandere devs just pulls the all the characters depicted in Yan Sim are 18+, so I can do whatever the f I want. Dude! This game is set in a high school. How is that even possible?
That makes no fucking sense!
Okay, now let's get into something that I actually do like about Yandere Simulator. I want to keep the 1980s mode storyline. I actually really enjoy playing this version of the game, and in my opinion, Ryoba, Ayano's mother, is a far better example of a yandere than Ayano herself, and that is an issue. Ayano is supposed to be the main yandere character in this game, not her mother. Which is why, again, I am changing Ayano a bit. No, a lot. Now, guarantee there are a lot of other things I do not like about Yandere Simulator, but I'm gonna say that for another video. Okay, so what can we change / create first about the Yandere Simulator story that is taking too long to even come to be? Like I stated already, Ryoba, like it was written, had her killing spree. Got away with it after a murder case trial that completely went viral in that part of Japan. After everything, she quickly fled the town to live her life with her lover. Later on, in the few years that she was gone, Ayano was born. Ayano had a tough early childhood until her junior year of high school. She learned at an early age of who her mother truly was. Because of the accusations against her mother, Ayano was bullied heavily because of it. During those many years of harassment, Ayano grew up with a strained relationship with her mother. Years passed, and the roar of the fire set by Ryoba's crimes had died down. The time for Ayano to be in a school that she deserves to be in. The school that Ryoba used to attend. Considering Ayano's smart brain and calculated demeanor, she was set to go to a school where the most elitist students go. This served as a deep apology from Ryoba and problems that she caused in Ayano's youth. Making it up to Ayano, she taught her own daughter how to play a facade in order to have the other students not think of her just to be a potential killer's daughter. It took a lot of time and effort to let Ayano get into the school, other than her grades, but if it wasn't for a certain someone's help, Ayano would have been rejected. Ayano Aishi successfully transferred to the most elite school in Japan, the Psycho Academy. With all her practice perfection, she introduced herself to her brand new class with a sweet and charming persona. Mind you, she keeps using this persona throughout most of the entire game. In this year, almost everyone liked Ayano Aishi. She was known as a sweet girl and soon gained friends. One friend in particular. Now, I want to make this very known. I had the most struggle trying to draw Ayano's new redesign. Even though she was the first character to be redesigned in the first place. I've drawn this character a plethora of times, and for some reason, I think it has something to do with my previous art block. For some very specific reason, I could not get her hair right. Another thing too, and you'll probably see this in the speed paint, is that I originally had a full body drawing of her. And as you can see, that of course did not work, and I took a really long time to finish the redesigns, mainly because of her. So I restarted her, and I did a half-up body. I wanted to really make like a height comparison to all three of the characters, because I think that the shortest person would be in Chan, and the tallest person would be, of course, Taro, right? But I really wanted to do that, and then I was drawing of Ayano, and she just looked weird. She looked way too weird. I was like, what the fuck is going on? I remember using freaking the liquify tool, trying to save it. I could not save it one bit. I colored it thrice, and I still couldn't get it. I'll show some like concept art of like all the stuff that I had. I'm still gonna show all my failures, but honestly, yeah, now this was, oh, I'm so tired of drawing her. But anyways, that aside, I actually really do enjoy her character design. I wanted to make her look like kind of sly. Like, she just looks like she has something in her eye. I really wanted to make it known that, like, she's probably gonna be the only character with deep black eyes, even though, like, my liner isn't really black. It's more like a purplish, pinkish color, but whatever. No, she's the only character with deep dark eyes. No cash lights, no nothing. Unless, I don't know, like, I'll draw her with, like, hearts in her eyes because she's Yandere, right? My inspiration for this specific character design, it's kind of inspired by the love letter. Oof. Mentioning that, the love letter Yandere character, I love the color of that character's hair. So I kind of just like took inspiration. Anyways, I have some headcanons here in my little notebook. I wrote that me personally, I mean, it's not gonna be an actual game, but like me personally, I feel like that if she were to be in like a specific club, I feel like she would be a gardener, just because like that's like that's like one of the most cutest clubs, right? And like you've seen like the club members in Yandere Simulator, right? And then they're just like, they're just so adorable. So I just feel like that Ayano would be like, I'm gonna just join the gardening club and conjure up some freaking poisonous stuff so I can put it in my rival's food or some shit. Like, I'm just joking. But yeah, no, like I feel like that she would just join the flower girl club or whatever. It'd be really cute. I think like her like friendships, she's definitely known for just being, you know, sweet and stuff. And I was thinking about like who would she be friends with, honestly. I believe that like Kokona, Sakimiyu, of course, Info-chan, and Osana. And I'll explain it later. I already like wrote pretty much everything that I wanted to do with all these characters. Just, you know, I'm just trying to figure out what the hell I'm doing in my fucking life and just trying to get this goddamn video out. But anyways, yeah, yep, that's it. That's the drawing. This person she meets isn't Kokona. It isn't Taro, and neither is it friggin' It's Kuroki Watanabe. From her appearance alone in the speed paint, you can probably already tell that she looks almost exactly like Info-chan, right? Well, that's because she is Info-chan, as already stated. That's right, you heard it. Kuroki is Info-chan, but why? Why the sudden name change? Is she still the same Info-chan that owns an entire classroom to herself and does her dirty business while not even actually attending school classes? Hell nah! Kuroki started off as a classmate who was one of the first people to actually befriend Ayano. She's calculated just like Ayano, and soon cracked Ayano's fake facade. The more Kuroki put more pressure onto her to see what happened, Ayano finally speaks in her normal tone in private with Kuroki. Because of this, Kuroki laughs and tells her that she's fine, and she really just wanted to see if her theory about Ayano having a fake personality was true. Ayano initially held off being friends with Kuroki, but soon realizes that Kuroki was just like that with everyone that she knew. Kuroki Watanabe was incredibly sarcastic and hilarious, and often got Ayano to genuinely laugh along. Ayano ends up giving being friends with Kuroki another try, and the rest is history. They were the bestest friends from the start of the second semester of their junior year. Ayano often told Kuroki almost everything, from the many transfers she's been through, the strained relationship with her mother, and anything that was non-criminal. Kuroki mainly keeps to herself, but still knows a lot of people and finds majority of them fake, and knows a few of their secrets. This is taken from the bounty points in the original game. Now here's the kicker. Kuroki secretly notes all of the information Ayano gives her, but we don't know why yet. Kuroki usually laughs quietly to herself every time she sees Ayano's practice action or movement, knowing it's bullshit. I wanted to really let you guys know that drawing her was not that difficult. There wasn't much I wanted to change. I actually really enjoyed the redness in her hair and like, you know, I wanted her natural hair color to be black for a specific person, but we're not going to talk about that yet. There's not much I really want to say about her design. What do I say? Oh, wait, no, I kind of forgot. Okay, so like the outfit, the school uniforms, I actually don't know if I want to keep the school uniform. Like, I made this school uniform like a really, really long time ago. Of course, it's okay. It's all right. I probably won't change it, but like, I don't like it that much. I don't know. I think it's something with the tie, because when I think about it, I want to like change it to like maybe like a regular like bow or something for like the feminine characters. But yeah, that's just my little nitpick about it. I will say, she would definitely be funny as shit. She sounds like Daria. Oh my god, I want her to sound like Daria, to be honest. We're gonna move on, because I actually really don't care now. I kinda want to move on. Kuroki and Ayano hang out a lot in and out of school. They even went to a concert that was hosted by the school at the end of their junior year. A concert night that Ayano and someone else will never forget. Taro Yamada was also a junior at the time with a high popularity for his talented singing and guitar skills. He was also a part-time swimmer with one of his best friends. Taro is a great person who took his talent serious. But unfortunately, that same exact concert night that Ayano thought was the best day ever because she found her senpai was actually the worst night of Taro's life. Taro Yamada left the stage feeling very proud of himself, but when he got to the backstage, 2 police officers were looking and waiting for him. He soon found out that his parents had sadly passed away in a plane crash trying to come back in town to see him perform. This ruined everything for Taro. He had to attend his parents' funeral, face the reality of being the eldest child and taking care of his little sister, and having to move in with his grandmother and get jobs to help him get by in life. Luckily, he was still getting paid allowance from the government after his parents died, so he could still be able to pay for his tuition in the academy. I'd like to note this. Taro Yamada and his family weren't the wealthiest, middle class at most, but they still wanted Taro and his little sister Hanako to have a good school life. So that's why they're even in the school in the first place. Taro's mental health deteriorated heavily during their summer break, but because of the fact that he had so many friends cheering him on, it helped him a lot. One of the friends being Osana, who will have a name change soon, but I don't know what yet. And another rival character, who I don't want to name yet. Taro Yamada is often seen nowadays extremely exhausted and usually having bags under his eyes. And for the last speed paint, Taro Yamada. BBG, by the way. I actually really like Taro Yamada now. I think it's just me being biased because I was the one who, changed him to be something that was less bland and more like kind of relatable. I mean, I don't know, like maybe like a little relatable. There's more things I actually want to talk about Taro Yamada, but like I think we'll definitely say that until we get to the rivals and stuff. But like for the most part,
Hey Siri, call my girlfriend.
Which one?
Damn, it feels good to be a gangster.
he's so cool. It actually wasn't that hard for me to like design Taro Yamada. I think I just had some issues with his hair. Like I didn't know what the hell I wanted to do with his hair. I just knew I wanted to do something that was curly and still brown. Like I didn't mind his hair being brown or anything. Like I don't know. This is really just my opinion what I like in like somebody, but like not really. He can still be changeable. Like I'd still make him be changeable. And like if I ever created the game, it still can be customizable. Like we would definitely have a female senpai that's not in the fucking game yet for some reason. He's only got time to and do background story. Fucking care, I don't fucking care about. It looks like I don't care. But you won't add Yuri? We don't add freaking Yuri. I need Yuri, Yuri, bro. And you won't even give that to me. Well, no, he actually did. Yandere actually did add a female senpai, but he only added a female senpai for like the 19 mode. So like cool, I guess, but like nobody fucking cares. And I actually asked. We actually did that in the main thing. Okay. God damn, like what's going on? Like, I'm rambling like a motherfucker. I'm gonna cut most of this stuff out. But anyways, I really loved Taro Yamada. Like designing him was like just pretty. It's just it was okay. It wasn't that bad. I ended up having to adjust his face a little bit because his face looked really elongated, and I did not like that. I was like, what the hell? So of course I changed it a little bit. I gave him glasses. He definitely removes it, but I just gave him glasses. I feel like he would wear glasses, especially since like he's just like always working and stuff, and like he reads and stuff. It'd be like reading glasses or something. But yeah, yeah. That. Oh my god, this is actually really short. I'm glad it was really short because I'm not gonna talk about it. Ayano initially put off having a fascination for Taro, but during that summer, she was scrolling on her social media like any other teenager and stopped on Taro's page, finding out his whereabouts, who he talks to, the band that he was in before he eventually left due to ongoing stress. She told Kuromi about her crush, but not the full picture so she wouldn't get looked at weird. Kuromi, however, found Ayano's hyperfixation very intriguing and important for her mischievous plan. The official time when the actual gameplay actually begins is the start of their senior year. Ayano becomes a full-on stalker, and the only person that is aware of Ayano's odd behavior is Kuroki. But what does she do with this information? Find out next time on Dragon Ball Z! Just joking. Thank you guys so much for watching my video. I really hope you guys really enjoyed the redesigns and the rewrite and my changes and all that stuff. Please let me know down in the comments what you guys think. Please give me some critiques. I probably need them. I have no idea. The next episode for this series will probably come out maybe a little after my next video that will eventually come out. So make sure to stay tuned for that. And I'll see you guys later. Goodbye now. Hi guys, and welcome back to an episode of Ayano X Cooking. Today we will be making food. We're gonna go ahead and make some nice breakfast before we leave to go to school today, guys. Let's just go ahead and get the eggs, guys. Let's get the eggs from the refrigerator. You just said that it'll be here. Wait, no. Cut the cameras. Bobby, look at me. Did I not tell you to give me the ingredients and store them into the freaking refrigerator? You fucking idiot! You filthy wanker! I told you, shut your face. I said, hey, I'm doing a freaking cooking video. I'm doing a breakfast cooking video. Why don't I see anything in that goddamn refrigerator? I'm gonna slap the crap out of you so freaking bad. Oh my god, bro. I don't have to do this anymore. Oh, were you watching this whole time? Sorry guys. So scratch that. We're actually going to hit somebody upside the head.